Putting their anger into words. Darwin's Indian Cultural Society fires off a letter to their home senator, Jacinta Nampijinpa Price.
We were shocked that a leader of her stature could actually come out in the public and make sweeping generic statements about the Indian community, baseless sort of comments, and it was quite offensive and hurtful.
The Country Liberal Party senator last week claimed the Labor federal government allowed large numbers of Indians to migrate to Australia because, she said, they vote for Labor.
I think Labor like to be able to ensure that they're going to allow those in that would ultimately support their policies, their views, and vote for them.
I think just singling out the Indian community, Indian migration, and sort of connecting that to politics, I think is just disgusting.
The Cultural Society wants the senator to now make a public apology, echoing calls from within the senator's own party room.
A lot of people have contacted me and expressed support for the idea that Jacinta should, issue an apology because the issue is still developing, going very badly.
Last year, the Country Liberal Party won territory government in a landslide, with 2 Indian-born members elected to Parliament. One of those men is now a minister and says he believes hardly anyone in the community was actually offended.
What Senator Price said was in a context, and I think what I would say is about I think there was a context to that, and there is nothing much that I can further add to that. All I can say is about my experience and the people that I know and are very welcomed in the Liberal Party, and we are giving all the opportunities that we could get as any other Australian citizens.
I don't think that, just sweeping it under the carpet or ignoring these types of comments is going to make it go away. So I think leaders should stand up and call a spade for what it is.
In an interview late today, the senator did not say sorry, but said Indian Territorians have her back.
I've got a great relationship with Indian members within my own community that I have supported, including business people in my community.
A relationship at risk the longer the debate drags on. Matt Garrick, ABC News.
The other component is diverse Australia, which will have all sorts of mixed views on this conflict. The Indian diaspora and the Chinese diaspora in particular will have very, very different views on this conflict than, for example, those probably in the Muslim community. They are much bigger and more important electorally to Labor than I would say the Muslim community is. But yet, Labor has made this decision. So what I'm arguing here is that I don't think it is purely just electoral politics. Because if it was, there are things in their base, bits and pieces in their base, which are massive. 85% of the Indian diaspora voted for the Labor Party at the last election. We'll give thereabouts. It varies across the country.
What was the number, sorry, Cos?
About 85%. In our polling, whenever we poll them, they're about that. Two-party preferred. Huge numbers. Now, that may change.
And that's not in a vacuum, I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, the Liberals tried to get those votes and failed.
Correct.
So it's not like they're just naturally like that. Yeah.
No.